Yo, I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. What the flip is this?
If you see this flower in your garden,
yeah, guys, if you see this flower,
like and subscribe if you love your mom, and if not, this spider.
Don't ask why I have two. Well, let me see. Don't ask why I have 4 shirts. YouTube shorts. Who's on right now? Yo, this dude, he's playing Bedrooms. And who cares? So we'll be making a new one. And yo, we are gonna make a new one. And don't mind the sound in the back. I'm just gonna scream. Yo guys, I'm just gonna take a minute. Hey guys, I just need a scream. No way. I do not like this YouTuber.
I'm only level 1. I'm actually pretty slow, but look, I do cool abilities like this. What? How did you do that? Double taps.
This is a rooster, and this is the fort. They are building houses for each of them to live in and simulating a Lego revolution to see which side would win.
A llama,
Out of the
sheep,
dozens of revolutions,
kill you.
I chose to recreate
I'm gonna kill you. I don't mean to kill you.
Comments named her Melanie, and she comes with a little dog named Archibald, who works in French. I'm building them a lavish mansion to show off their wealth to all those
Raw
poor
food,
we'll get to it, but for now I laid out the spacious
food,
foundation of the mansion, with different rooms for various activities, using only the finest white marble bricks. Not to be confused with marbles, which are really fun to build tracks for them to roll down, but made for lousy construction materials. I do like the look of these support columns though, so we can add a few on the front porch that Marie's butler Francois chiseled into this fancy pattern, except he missed a spot in the middle here, where we can add steps up to the porch, which I decorated with this railing made from a bunch of 1x1 studs, and put some flower boxes here in front of the front wall. I spent way too long adding all this ornate detailing around the windows, and the doorway had to be a lot wider than usual so Marie could actually, fit through. She wants to put these huge oak doors on there and lock them tight so that none of the poor people can get inside, especially that smelly paperboy named Jack. Or actually in French that's pronounced Jock.
Before we begin, subscribe. So, Minecraft has been an existing video game for over 15 years now, and while it's existed, there have been literally millions of people who were able to grow their skills and show it to the world. I mean, there's redstoners, genius counters, godlike PvPers, and legendary builders. But there's one thing I mentioned that I'm going to be covering in this video. You should have already guessed it from the video title, but it is the world of Minecraft builders. Today, we're going to be covering some of Minecraft's most popular building YouTubers that have been able to make some insane projects. But now, let's stop wasting time with this intro and get on to the first person here, Grian. I'd say Grian has had a pretty big influence on the Minecraft community. He has over 8 million subscribers, and while he's been on...
I finally bought the Lego set I've always wanted. For my 12th birthday, my dad took me to Toys R Us where I saw the 2013 ATTV, a set I've wanted in my Lego collection for over a year. But instead, I foolishly picked out 2 smaller sets. Soon after, Lego discontinued the ATTV.
Guys, there's so many sheep.
And nowadays, the set sells for hundreds of dollars.
That means I can already make a bed, I just need wood.
Lego revealed a brand new ATTV. This one has better features and minifigures, including a brand new Phase 2 Commander Cody, which fans have been wanting for ages. It was set to release on August 1st for $150. This was the most anticipated set of the entire summer, and after nearly a decade of waiting, I was ready for it. So ready that I raced to the Lego store at 6:30 a.m. to be first in line to buy it, only to find out...
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wait, what? It was delayed. In utter disbelief, I scrambled to several different stores that day to track one down, only to find nothing.
Let's go.
Complete garbage.
Oh wait, I got a stapler.
Toy store, which I thought was my best shot at finding the set early.
Let's
but to no
break
avail.
these dragging and
The
stapler.
ATT really was delayed. And keep in mind, there are a lot of people after the set, and nobody knew when it would be available. So I was extra vigilant, keeping an eye out for any clues regarding the whereabouts of this set. And after so much time and research, I had gotten nowhere. But this was a game of patience. So eventually, I went back to being a productive member of society, and about 2 weeks after the set's release date, I received a phone call. Hello? Really? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. The wait just might be worth it. It turned out the local toy store I visited a couple weeks ago had the set early. And after reserving it over the phone, all I had to do was drive down there and pick it up. It was even more beautiful in person, and from what I could tell, they only had 2 of them.
Your total's gonna be $223.32.
How much?
$223.32.
Wait, it's supposed to retail for $140.
We can change. And we are.
Okay,
I was
sorry
absolutely shocked. They had raised the ATT's price so high, what would have been a $140 set was now going to cost me over $200.
Make
It was
a
right there, and I
house
wanted
with
it
wood.
so
Wait,
bad.
you can steal this to make armor. Let's
Thus, I
go.
was forced to make a very difficult decision. Alright, then I'm gonna have to pass. Thank you anyways. Having to walk away from something I've wanted for so long was a terrible feeling. And over the next few days, I just couldn't stop thinking about the set. Part of me started to regret not buying it right then and there, even though it was wildly overpriced. But then I had an idea. What if I called the store up and just asked to negotiate the price of the set? It couldn't hurt to at least try. Do you have the Lego ATTE in stock?
Doesn't look like we have it, sorry.
Okay, no worries. Thank you anyways. I was too late. Despite their insane markup, they had sold all their ATTEs. That was my only chance to buy it, and I blew it. And now I was right back to where I started, waiting around anxiously and scouring the internet for more clues. Maybe I just don't have what it takes to get this set. Completely unsure of what to do, I called the Lego store where I originally went to buy the set from on release date. Do you have just a big idea of when it will be in stock? And their answer changed everything. Really? Okay, thank you. Boys, looks like tomorrow's gonna be an early morning. Turns out there was a 50-50 chance their first shipment of ATTEs would arrive tomorrow. And considering the circumstances, those odds are good enough for me. But I didn't know how widespread this news was. So just like the original release said, I have to arrive very early in the morning. My alarm has been set. I'm gonna get some sleep. Let's just hope they have it. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm a little bit behind schedule, but on the bright side, it is a beautiful day for ATTE hunting. Fortunately, I pulled up early enough to be first in line, and the wait was on. The Lego store doesn't open until 10, but this time, your boy came prepared. Now, this is a pretty big risk because I was about to spend the next 3 hours waiting for the store to open when there was only a 50% chance they would have the set. But I had to stay optimistic. Let's go. By now, it was 8 o'clock, and I still had 2 hours left. Alright guys, they just opened up the mall, so I am making my way to the Lego store. And believe it or not, I'm still the only person in line. This is crazy. Alright everyone, we made it. Do some recon. There was no sign of the ATTE, but it was still too early to tell because the first Lego employees had just arrived. Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent. I think you know what I'm here for?
ATTE walker?
Yes.
We are expecting to get them in, so it just didn't come in, so we'll be going through it shortly.
So they just got the shipment, and I guess they're checking to see if they have it. This seemed like a pretty small shipment at first. We have activity. But the stack of boxes just got higher and higher. A half hour passed, and there was still no update on the set because they were still unloading boxes. And there's still nobody in line. All I could do was wait in suspense. I am so unbelievably bored right now. And soon enough, the second hour had finally passed. But the boxes just kept pouring in. It looks like they've unloaded all the boxes. Nope, there's still more. At this point, I was really starting to worry. There's got to be an ATTE in at least one of those, right? And by now, it was 9 o'clock. There was only 1 hour left before the store opened. They still haven't confirmed whether or not they have the set. This may have ended up being a big waste of time. But just when I couldn't take the suspense any longer...
You have them.
You You have them? Yes, thank you. Finally, my mind was at ease. I've never been more excited to spend $140 in my life before. But this mission wasn't over just yet. I still have to wait one more hour before the store opened. But I wouldn't have to do it alone because other LEGO fans finally showed up. Yeah, so did I. And this made the time go by way faster. Less than 15 minutes left, and there are now 3 people in the line. Yes, oh, fantastic.
Just bring it right up to the register. When you guys come in, it will have it behind the register for you guys.
And before long, alright, thank you. The store had opened. Oh, there it is. It's so beautiful. My bank account was emptied. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much. And the LEGO ATTE had been acquired. Got the set. Let's go. Yo! You already know what's in here. I don't even have to say it. It's the ATTE. It's mine. This is my first LEGO ATTE, and I'm pretty happy about that because it seems like it's the best one. I mean, it just looks insane. And because I spent over $50, I got this Pirate and Treasure VIP add-on pack. It comes with some cool parts, I guess. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. Now that I owned one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets that I had wanted for nearly a decade, after waiting in line for bad news, scouring the internet for weeks, nearly getting scammed, and enduring the most suspenseful 3 hours of my life, was it worth it? I just finished building the set, and guys, it's amazing. The build is so sturdy and detailed, which makes it great for display, and it has so many play features. It's got moving cannons, stud shooters, an opening cockpit, and an actual handle. You can open it up to fit 2 minifigures in the middle and 5 in the back. And speaking of minifigures, they are amazing. You get 3 212 troopers and some battle droids, a clone gunner, and the coveted Phase 2 Commander Cody. And now that I have the set, there's only one thing left to do. Put it on the shelf to collect dust for the rest of its days. The end. In this video, I challenged myself to create a new LEGO team with original sets, characters, and stories. Let's begin. Okay, so when LEGO releases new sets, they usually fall under a specific theme, like City, Pirates, Marvel, Jurassic Park, and so on. So I'm challenging myself to create my own theme with 5 unique sets. And to spice this challenge up, I'm limiting myself to only use building parts from these sets. But first, we need a setting for our theme to take place in, because right now, it's looking a little plain. Now, personally, I really like the Star Wars theme, not just because it has cool ships, but because it takes place in space. So that'll be the setting for our theme. Okay, that looks pretty good, but this theme won't have much of a story without characters. I have a bunch of random parts from incomplete minifigs lying around, so let's put them to some good use and whip up some characters. Now, I really like the way the original Ninjago theme set up its characters. Basically, there's a wise leader who whips together a group of 4 heroes to battle the main villain. So with that as inspiration and some more building, our cast of characters was complete. This first character takes on that wise leader role, and his name is Director Harry, which is kind of ironic. He's basically like the Sensei Wu, Master Yoda, or Mr. Miyagi of this team. You can tell he's been around for a while because he's rocking a classic LEGO space shirt. And he's the one who brought our 4 protagonists together. First of which is Marshall. His favorite color is orange, and he has an air tank on his back because that's pretty important when you're in space. He's the typical hothead of the group, but when he's chilling, he's just a cool dude that everyone likes to be around. Everyone except Big Donnie. He's kind of the brute of the group. You can tell by his robotic arm and leg he's been through some rough stuff, and he's got a massive piece of body armor, so you definitely wouldn't want to get tackled by this guy. Following up Big Donnie is Little Tommy. He's actually just a regular kid, but he's also super smart and can build and repair anything. He's also got a helmet with cool and plain details and a super high-tech visor. And the 4th and final protagonist is not a minifigure, because we're actually going to build them as the very first set of this team. I'm going to use parts from this Zurg battle set, Obi-Wan Starfighter, and Shuri's Sunbird. And something I forgot to mention earlier is that to make this challenge even spicier, I'm adding a strict time limit to each build. I wanted to make a robot sword, so I started by sifting through the parts to get a better idea of what
man, I know what
definitely
they
need these
did.
ball and socket pieces.
Creepy.
But then I spotted a really unique part I had never
Yeah, I'm
seen.
not gonna pass that
I
up.
want to find a way to use it somehow. Less than 30 minutes left. Really starting to feel the pressure of that clock, and it still needs a head. Okay. So set of the theme. The build is pretty much centered around that triangle piece. I use some brackets to attach the limbs at a unique angle, and the feet use a sideways building technique. Right above them, I use these minifig weapons to look like ankle rockets, which help stabilize him when he uses his jetpack. As for the head, I built it custom, and it turned out looking like one of those security cameras you wave at. For weapons, he has an electricity cannon with a targeting laser, and on his right side he has a plasma sword, which is basically a lightsaber knockoff. And for the blade itself, it's actually a translucent garage door panel. But where are my manners? Because I haven't even introduced him. This is Preston Strong III. He's a giant sentient robot that was built by Little Tommy, and he's the fourth and final protagonist of this theme. Now that we got the whole space crew together, wait a minute, that should be the name of this theme. It's got a nice ring to it. But this theme needs more sets, so let's build a vehicle for Big Donnie. In addition to the leftover parts, I'm going to open another Sunbird, as well as this Golden Dragon Reaper set. My idea for this one is simply Space Jet, and this time I've got 2 hours. My first priority was to establish the basic shape using these massive wedge plates, and the build was going rather smoothly. Yo, I'm really liking the look of this so far. I also attached this thruster, and I like the sharp angles of these gold pieces. But it wouldn't take long before I started second guessing myself. Now, plates like these are incredibly useful parts, and I'm noticing that I'm using up a lot of them. That meant that if I used up all the plates on this build, then I wouldn't be able to use them when making the other 3 sets. And this threw me in such a loop that I ended up changing the design a bit. I'm trying to use up some of these round pieces to make a giant engine inlet that runs down the center, as opposed to using a bunch of plates. Yikes, only 20 minutes left. That's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dropped the ball on this one. It doesn't look bad from a distance, but when you get up close, you can definitely see some spots that look incomplete. But nonetheless, this is Big Donnie's space jet. I am quite happy with the shape of it, which took some loose inspiration from some actual fighter jets. The windscreen folds open, and there's enough space inside for Donnie to be able to sit comfortably with his body armor on. And I actually had to offset his seat with a 2x2 plate, because it turns out minifigures with a peg leg can't sit down flat. Now, this long center section was what ate up most of my time during the build. I originally intended for it to be a giant engine inlet, but then I remembered there's no air in space, so I changed my mind, and now it's a laser blaster. Now, something that's really important to the story of this theme are these. This is a can of space swag. They make all the vehicles and machines run better, and they can give them extra power, which is why Director Harry has ordered the space crew to collect as much space swag as possible. Now, sometimes their vehicles break down, but little Tommy is a mechanic, so let's build him his own shop. We'll be adding parts from this Iron Man armory set. Now, I could have tried making this garage fully enclosed, but with limited parts and only an hour to complete it, I decided to take a more modular approach. This is the basic layout, and I want each section to have a unique purpose. This time around, I spent less time worrying about the details and just tried to focus on really getting it done, which turned out to be the right call because this hour flew by. I'm going to use the last 15 minutes to make some accessories to fill up the space a little bit
Okay, we
more.
got this first.
Okay, so here's little Tommy's space garage. It's comprised of 4 different
We need more
sections.
paintings.
This section is where he keeps all his tools when he's doing repairs. This one has a detachable crate with spare vehicle parts. This one has a tray to hold all the space swag they've collected. And this last section has guardrails because it's an ammunition station with laser and plasma refills. Seeing as there's some dangerous equipment in here, we need to keep people safe, so I added this energy barrier. You can even adjust the length of each side to accommodate the vehicle Tommy's working on. And to help Tommy out, I built these robotic arms with clips to hold tools. And lastly, I built this turret to defend the garage against the main villain, which I just realized I forgot to introduce. Wait, Director Harry's the main villain? And he's not even...
Lego sets are the best thing ever. Lego designers get to build with Lego every day. This got me thinking, what would it be like to build Lego sets on a daily basis? So I will try to build a Lego set every day for the next 30 days. And if I lose this challenge, I will cut this minifigure worth $100 in half. So let's begin. To successfully beat this challenge, I'll need 30 Lego sets. Buying this much Lego will probably make me homeless. So to prevent this from happening, I saved a ton of sets specifically for this video. Why 30 days? Well, there are many YouTube videos about crazy 30-day challenges, and I wanted to do this with Lego. It's day 1, and you know what that means, building time. So I grabbed a Lego Star Wars set and quickly went to building. This is the first day of a crazy adventure. If you were wondering where I got this, you can get this from Lego.com, but it's available on Bricklink too. The set certainly needs an upgrade, so let's add a Stormtrooper. This looks much better. Now let's sleep and continue tomorrow. Whenever you don't have a lot of time to build Lego, you just have to build a smaller set. Today was one of those days, so I built this Lego Minecraft polybag with a turtle. This makes me think of Kung Fu Panda. Fun fact, I got this from a random store in Dublin. Unfortunately, the Lego store wasn't open yet. On day 3, I wanted to build something different, and mainly from one of my favorite Lego themes ever, Star Wars. So I grabbed this Mandalorian starfighter and built it in a couple of seconds. Only I'd have the Godspeed building powers. On the 4th day, I decided to build Umbridge's Encounter set from Harry
Sorry, guys. Yo.
Potter, with which you can also imitate a scene from the movie. Obviously, building Lego is an activity which you perform while sitting down. I'm a gym dude, and I don't want to mess up my training schedule, so the next morning I woke up before 5 a.m. to go to the gym and work out. But I also had to build a Lego set, so why not do both simultaneously? I quickly started to build the set, despite only one person other than I being in the gym. It was pretty awkward, but Lego is cool, so we have to do this.
Alright guys, so I finished building Zane's Power Up Mech Eva. Now I'm gonna hit my gym session because it's getting a little busier in the gym. We're just gonna go and call it a day.
If you think building Lego in the gym was crazy, this will blow your mind. So I'm one of those people who still goes to school, so why not combine studying with building Lego? So to do this, I went to the library and decided to build a smaller set. After searching for ages, I found a corner where no one could see me and opened the set. But while building, some people sat down at the table next to me, which made this really awkward. I finished building the set and went straight for the exit, and that's day 6. For day 7, I built this mushroom house from Lego Minecraft. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is already 1 week of building a Lego set every day. So with 3 weeks left, I'm pretty confident I will succeed in this challenge. On the first day of week 2, I wanted to build a cool Lego Star Wars set, but I had to study for a test. So I built this small and poly bag of Shang-Chi from Marvel. The build for the dragon is pretty cool, but Smaug will always be my favorite. The next day I grabbed Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter and built it. It's a pretty cool build, but I turned it into a cursed version of the set with the Camino and stealing the Starfighter, and a reference to R4's missing head in Revenge of the Sith. Speaking of Obi-Wan, I built the Inquisitor's transport site even though I haven't watched the series at all. Next up, I wanted to visit a couple of different Lego themes, so I built the hospital wing from Lego Harry Potter, the Avengers Endgame battle, the Tournament of Elements from Lego Ninjago, the Dark Trooper attack from the Mandalorian, and finally, on day 15, I built this cool motorcycle pursuit from Lego Batman. With this, I can also do some cool stunts in my Lego room. Oh, and by the way, we're halfway done with the challenge, and I built a massive amount of sets already. I can't wait to see how big my collection will be after this video. We've got 15 days left, and if nothing goes wrong, we can easily do this. If nothing ends up going wrong. So I continued building the next day by grabbing this cool Lego Harry Potter set.
Hey guys, I need your food. Chicken die, I need your food.
So I still have to build a set.
Oh, 2 sheep, that's good. Now I can make more pancakes.
Alright boys, we made it. Hopefully this never
Die.
happens again. And to make sure it
Don't let
doesn't,
that.
I motivated
Yo,
myself
I didn't know
by
sheep
going to
can
the Lego
eat
store to buy some
from
extra
the ground.
Lego sets.
Like,
I have all these wonderful sets to
actually
build, and
don't.
on day 18 I immediately built this Lego Minecraft set with this cool function. On day 19, the Wolverine mech because I wanted the minifigure, but the build is trash. The next thing I decided to build is this cool Titan mech from Lego Ninjago. It's a solid build with creepy minifigures. Speaking of creepy, do you remember the chilly scene in Harry Potter where they have to sneak past Fluffy? Well, I also built this set, and to join the hype of the Bad Batch, I finally built this shuttle after keeping it sealed for over a year. I wanted to close off week 3 with a bigger set, so I grabbed a Ministry of Magic
powered. You might not believe it, but there's only 1 week left, guys, so let's make it memorable. For day 24, I wanted to build a classic set from Lego Ninjago Fire Temple, but I couldn't order it in time, so we're gonna have to build something different. I got this Fire Dragon set back in the summer of 2021 and haven't opened it since, so let's build this. It's an upgrade since the one from 2011 for sure, but I will never let go of that Lego Ninjago nostalgia. Those good old days. On day 25, I wanted to build a small set. So I picked this Minecraft set of a red creeper ambushing scheme, which is a little sus. It took so long to build this set. Just kidding, I built it in 2 seconds with my Godspeed building powers. Most of you might know that I happen to be one of the biggest clone army builders in the world. I got a massive army, but I don't have a Republic fighter tag, so I wanted one. Because the older one is quite expensive, I had to get the 2022 version from the Lego store. The set has no clone troopers, so let's throw them on this pile, boys. On day 27, I already missed building Lego Ninjago sets, so I decided it'd be a good idea to wake up at 5 a.m. the next day to build a Lego set. So I built the Boulder Blaster from Lego Ninjago and apparently didn't add these stickers while building, but this happens all the time when I build new Lego sets, because I hate stickers. So now we've arrived at day 28 of building a Lego set every day, which means we only have 3 days left till the end of this dope challenge. To make this as epic as possible, we're going to need to build 3 cool and huge sets. So let's get to building, or should I say, let go. On day 28, I grabbed this large Chamber of Secrets set from Harry Potter. This is going to leave a dent in my bank account, boys. Nonetheless, I opened it and got to building. There's this cool piece for the basilisk, an abundant selection of minifigures, and some nice bricks to decorate the castle. On day 29, I wanted to jump time and specifically travel all the way back to 11. This was the year Chicago got released.